Wait, did Cristiano Ronaldo just launch a new side hustle while dominating world football? How does this man keep leveling up when everyone else is slowing down? Because here's the real problem. Most athletes fade after their peak, but Ronaldo is rewriting the entire blueprint of success on and off the pitch. And what he's done now could change the future of athlete businesses forever. So what exactly is this bold move that has fans buzzing and the business world shaking? Stay right here because the twist coming next will blow your mind. We'll explain everything in this video, step by step, don't skip it. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because Cristiano Ronaldo's just pulled off another jaw-dropping move, and this time it's off the pitch. Just when you thought the man had conquered every arena in world football, he decides to lace up for a brand new challenge, a side hustle that's anything but side. Yes, you heard that right. Cristiano Ronaldo, the goal machine, the fitness icon, the global superstar, has now stepped into the business battlefield as he becomes a shareholder in a top company, proving once again that his hunger to win doesn't clock out at full time. Oh no, this man doesn't rest, he evolves. And look at the timing. While most players wind down after training, Ronaldo's out here building empires like he's collecting hat-tricks. From the kid who grew up fighting for every inch of the pitch, to the legend who dominated Europe, to now the businessman expanding his influence beyond stadium lights. This is the evolution of greatness in real time. But let's be honest, are we even surprised? This is Ronaldo, the man who turned criticism into fuel, pressure into power, and dreams into reality. And now he's turning boardrooms into his new playing field. If football gave him the platform, business is about to give him the throne. And trust me, the drama behind this move is massive. Rivals are watching, fans are buzzing, the internet already on fire. Because when Ronaldo makes a decision, it's not just news, it's a global event. And the big question now, what's his next target? More investments? A business empire? Or maybe he just wants another trophy, but this time shaped like a balance sheet. One thing's for sure, when Cristiano Ronaldo enters the game changes. And this latest twist proves the legend is far from done rewriting the rules. Stay tuned, because if history has taught us anything, it's that Ronaldo's just getting started. Ronaldo's evolution from football legend to global entrepreneur is a story that reflects not just talent, but a relentless desire to expand his influence far beyond the boundaries of the pitch. For years, the world has known him as a record breaker, a goal machine, and a symbol of dedication. But what many fail to grasp is how carefully and deliberately he has built a brand that extends into industries far removed from football. His journey into entrepreneurship didn't start overnight. It has been a gradual, calculated progression that mirrors the mindset of someone who refuses to be defined by a single profession. Every iconic celebration, every viral moment, every trophy he lifted contributed to shaping a persona that brands couldn't ignore. And Ronaldo used that momentum not just to earn sponsorships, but to create an empire of his own. Hotels, gyms, fashion lines, fragrances, tech ventures, nutrition brands. Each project added another layer to his off-pitch identity, transforming him from an athlete into a global economic force whose decisions influence markets, media, and millions of fans. What makes this transformation fascinating is the way Ronaldo approaches business with the same intensity he brings to football. He studies opportunities, surrounds himself with experts, demands excellence, and maintains a standard that aligns with his personal image. Disciplined, ambitious, and elite. This mindset is the foundation of his entrepreneurial success. Because Ronaldo's not interested in being a passive face of a brand. He wants to build, lead, and shape the direction of every venture he touches. His move into becoming a shareholder in major companies perfectly fits this philosophy, because ownership gives him actual power, the ability not just to represent a business, but to influence it. It shows that he is thinking about longevity, stability, and legacy, not just short-term visibility. And it highlights a strategic shift from endorsements to investments, from being part of a campaign to being part of a boardroom. The struggles behind this rise cannot be overlooked either. Ronaldo's path has been filled with constant scrutiny, immense pressure, and expectations that would overwhelm most people. Yet he turned that pressure into fuel, proving repeatedly that his limits are only the starting points for new goals. This resilience translated into his business journey as well. Every time critics claimed he was nearing the end, he reinvented himself by expanding into areas that would keep him relevant, influential, and financially dominant even after retirement. This is the essence of his evolution. not escaping football but building a future parallel to it. His entrepreneurial persona stands as proof that he understands the world is bigger than stadiums and that true legends think beyond the moment. Ronaldo's image, discipline, and global reach give him the rare ability to turn almost any venture into a global phenomenon, and each step he takes in the business world strengthens his position as not just an athlete of the generation, but a visionary who continues to grow, adapt, and expand his empire with the same passion he's shown since the first day he touched a football. The ambition, timing, and strategy behind Ronaldo's new side hustle reveal just how calculated and forward-thinking he truly is. Because this move is not simply about earning additional income, but about expanding his influence at the exact moment when the global sports and business landscapes are evolving. Ronaldo's decision comes during a phase of his career where he has already rewritten history books, and instead of slowing down, he is shifting gears into a different arena where vision matters more than speed and experience weighs more than athleticism. His timing is precise, falling in line with the rise of athlete-driven businesses, global investment opportunities, and the increasing value of personal brands in shaping company success. Ronaldo understands that his name alone carries immense weight, and by stepping in as a shareholder now, when fan engagement, media influence, and digital reach are at their peak, he maximises the impact of every move he makes off the pitch. Strategically, this is Ronaldo building a legacy that isn't tied to goals or trophies, but to long-term value and leadership. Becoming a shareholder is not the same as endorsing a product. It requires studying the market, identifying growth potential, and aligning with a company that reflects his own values of ambition, excellence, and global scalability. To take such a step, he would have evaluated financial reports, corporate structures, long-term vision, and whether the company fits the CR7 identity, a brand known for quality, global appeal, and relentless standards. This is the same mindset he applied throughout his football career, where every move, from Manchester to Madrid, from Turin to Saudi Arabia, was a carefully calculated decision aimed at maximising his achievements, influence, and growth. Now he applies that same razor-sharp judgment to business, choosing investments that strengthen his empire rather than scatter it. Ambition is the driving force behind this decision. Ronaldo has always refused to be ordinary, and this new venture proves that he aims to dominate in every field he enters. While many players choose comfort or retirement projects, Ronaldo chooses challenges that require intelligence, leadership, and vision. His ambition pushes him to stay relevant in ways that extend beyond football highlights, turning him into a figure whose influence remains strong whether he's scoring goals or making boardroom decisions. This ambition also feeds into his desire to build generational wealth, to create something that lasts for decades, and to ensure that the name Ronaldo carries weight long after he hangs up his boots. The drama surrounding this move also comes from the sheer scale of influence he brings. Companies know that having Ronaldo as a shareholder isn't just a financial asset, it's a global marketing shift. The business world watches closely, fans analyse every detail, and competitors instantly feel the pressure of his presence. This heightened attention shows how strategic the decision is, because Ronaldo is stepping into a space where his global reach translates into real-world economic impact. His timing captures peak market attention, his ambition fuels the move, and his strategy ensures that every step aligns with a grander vision of legacy, influence, and unstoppable forward momentum. The reactions from fans, the surge in market buzz, and the explosive global media attention surrounding Ronaldo's shareholder move show just how powerful his presence is, because whenever Ronaldo makes a decision, the world doesn't just watch, it responds. The moment the news broke, social media platforms lit up with excitement, curiosity and debate, proving once again that Ronaldo is not only a football icon but a cultural force whose actions ripple across continents. Fans began celebrating the move as another milestone in his extraordinary journey, praising his ability to dominate both on and off the pitch and highlighting how this step reinforces his status as a global role model. Supporters see this venture as proof that Ronaldo is constantly evolving, constantly building, and constantly pushing himself into new territory, inspiring millions who admire his relentless drive. Their reactions are filled with pride, because many have followed him since his early days and now witness him transforming into a business figure capable of influencing entire industries. On the other side, market analysts and business observers quickly began assessing the impact of his involvement. When someone with Ronaldo's magnitude becomes a shareholder, it's not just news, it becomes a potential market-altering event. Companies associated with him often experience significant boosts in visibility, engagement, and consumer interest, and this situation is no different. Investors pay attention because Ronaldo represents stability, recognition, and global credibility, all of which can translate into real financial growth. His endorsement alone can shift trends, but ownership takes that influence to a completely different level. Brands understand that aligning with him means instant access to hundreds of millions of fans across multiple platforms, creating an enormous marketing funnel that most companies could only dream of without such a partnership. This is why the business world reacts with such intensity. Ronaldo's involvement does not merely add value, it reshapes the narrative surrounding the company itself. Global media outlets, meanwhile, jumped on the story almost instantly, turning it into a headline phenomenon. News agencies, sports networks, financial platforms, and entertainment channels all began covering the development from different angles, some focusing on the business implications, others on the football crossover, and many highlighting the larger-than-life personality behind the move. The media frenzy is fueled by the fact that Ronaldo's name carries universal appeal. Even people who don't follow football are drawn to stories about him because he symbolises success, resilience, and ambition. This universal draw amplifies the buzz, pushing the story into trending lists, talk shows, and international publications. It becomes a global conversation rather than just a sports headline, proving that Ronaldo's influence extends far beyond stadiums and scoreboards. What makes this moment even more compelling is how the reactions reflect the undeniability of his star power. Fans uplift the narrative with passion and loyalty, markets respond with strategic interest, and the media amplifies the story into a worldwide spectacle, creating a powerful triangle of attention that few athletes in history have ever been able to generate. Ronaldo's shareholder move doesn't just create noise, it creates momentum, energy, and a sense of anticipation about what comes next, solidifying the idea that wherever he goes, the world follows, watches, reacts, and ultimately becomes part of the story. He's still writing. Ronaldo's future plans and the growth of his off-pitch business empire become an even more intriguing storyline as he continues to add new layers to his global identity, because every move he makes hints at a larger vision that extends far beyond the world of football. His shareholder announcement is not a standalone decision, it is another brick in the foundation of a long-term strategy that he has been quietly constructing for years. Ronaldo understands that his influence, fame and legacy have the potential to shape industries, not just matches, and he is now positioning himself as a leader who can thrive in boardrooms just as confidently as he thrives on the pitch. His future steps seem to be focused on creating a multi-industry empire, one that spans sports, hospitality, fitness, lifestyle, technology, and finance, and each new venture signals that he is building something designed to last for generations. Every project he launches appears to be connected to a broader blueprint. His investments in hotels, gyms, and wellness brands suggest a desire to dominate the lifestyle market. His fashion and fragrance lines showcase his understanding of image and branding. His tech and fitness partnerships reflect his commitment to innovation and performance. Now, with business ownership and shareholder roles entering the picture, it becomes clear that Ronaldo is shifting from being simply a brand ambassador to being a decision maker who wants control, impact, and long-term equity. This shift is deliberate because he knows that endorsements come and go, but ownership builds legacy, security, and influence that continue long after retirement. What makes Ronaldo's business empire so compelling is the way it mirrors his football mentality. He enters each venture with intensity, discipline, and a refusal to settle for mediocrity. He surrounds himself with experts, analyses trends, studies markets, and chooses only opportunities that match his ambition. This approach explains why his brand remains strong, consistent, and globally recognizable. His attention to detail, combined with his understanding of how people perceive him, allows him to create business ventures that feel authentic to his personality and appealing to his audience. Fans don't just support his projects because of his name, they trust the quality, professionalism, and effort behind them. That trust is the backbone of his empire and the key ingredient that allows his ventures to grow at an astonishing pace. Looking ahead, it is clear that Ronaldo is preparing for a future where he remains influential, not through goals, but through decisions that shape industries. He seems to be setting up a post-football legacy that keeps him relevant in global conversations, giving him a platform to inspire, innovate, and influence in entirely new ways. With each new investment, he expands his reach into new markets, strengthens his brand equity, and opens the door for even bigger opportunities. His journey from athlete to entrepreneur is becoming a masterclass in reinvention, and it showcases how legends evolve when they refuse to let their careers define their limits. Ronaldo's growing empire is not just a collection of businesses, it is a statement of intent, a demonstration of ambition, and a blueprint for what it means to build a life that continues to rise, grow, and inspire beyond the boundaries of sport. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe.